Dow closes more than 150 points lower as inflation data reignites interest rate fears. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was lower by 0.51%, or 173.73 points, to close at 33,631.14. The S&P 500 declined by 0.62%, ending at 4,349.61. The tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite lost 0.63%, landing at 13,574.22. The major indexes ended a four-day winning streak. Treasury yields jumped on the back of fresh inflation data Thursday. The benchmark 10-year rate moved nearly 11 basis points higher to 4.70%. The two-year Treasury yield was trading at 5.06% after rising by more than 6 basis points. Yields recently hit a 16-year high, rattling stocks. Earlier this month, the 10-year Treasury yield traded above 4.8%. Some investors believe higher yields are here to stay, influencing Thursday's downturn in the equity market. Every CPI print that comes in where it shows more stickiness chips away at the inherent belief we will eventually get to 2% inflation. We're not going to 2% inflation, but the bond market still wants to believe we will or come close to it, said Philip Colmar, managing partner and global strategist at MRB Partners. Equities continue to head south, as the market realizes that yields will move higher, he said. Sonu Varghese, Carson Group vice president and macro strategist, similarly noted an immediate negative correlation to equity prices when yields rise, particularly over a short period of time as they have been in recent weeks. There is an equity risk premium, but it's lower than it probably was before we got the recent surge in yields, Varghese said. To be sure, he added that his firm remains overweight on equities, noting confidence that the strong economic environment will feed into third-quarter earnings. The Consumer Price Index released Thursday increased 0.4% on the month and 3.7% from a year ago, according to a Bureau of Labor Statistics report. Dow Jones estimates were 0.3% and 3.6%, respectively. The core inflation number, excluding food and energy prices, came out in line with economists' expectations at an increase of 0.3% on the month and 4.1% on a 12-month basis. The data follows a stronger than expected Producer Price Index reading for September. Shares of Walgreens traded 7% higher on Thursday after the pharmacy chain reported narrower losses and progress in its cost-cutting plans. Walgreens offered soft profit guidance and an earnings miss. Several companies, including J.P. Morgan, BlackRock and United Health Group, are slated to report earnings on Friday. The ongoing Israel-Hamas war has raised questions of a potential oil supply crunch and a resulting rise in fuel prices if the geopolitical instability spreads to neighboring oil producers in the region.